The Gold Coast, also known by its initials, GC, is a coastal city and region in the state of Queensland, Australia, located approximately 66 kilometres south-southeast of the centre of the state capital, Brisbane. It is Queensland's second largest city after Brisbane, as well as Australia's sixth largest city and the most populous non-capital city. The city's central business district is located roughly in the centre of the Gold Coast in the suburb of Southport. The urban area of the Gold Coast is concentrated along the coast, sprawling almost 60 kilometres, joining up with the Greater Brisbane metropolitan region to the north and to the state border with New South Wales to the south. Nicknames of the city include the Glitter Strip and the Goldy. The demonym of a Gold Coast resident is Gold Coaster. The area that became the Gold Coast was originally inhabited by the indigenous Yugambeh people. The city grew from a collection of small townships, the earliest being Nerang in 1865. From the 1920s onwards, tourism led to significant economic growth in the region, and by 1959 the Gold Coast was declared a city, with its first skyscraper being built in 1960. The Gold Coast boomed from the 1980s onwards with skyscraper construction. This era was defined by the city's White Shoe Brigade, developers, neon lights, and organized crime, particularly the Yakuza and the Russian Mafia. The late 20th century saw the city's tourism diversify with theme park openings, and in the early 21st century became an international destination for film production. The Gold Coast has a diverse economy with strengths in health, tourism, arts and culture, and construction, with a GDP of 45.3 billion Australian dollars as of 2023. The city ranks highly as one of the country's cultural and creative hotspots, alongside content creators, a growing video games industry, and leads Australia in startups per capita. The Gold Coast is central to the nation's entertainment industry with a major film and television production industry, leading to the city's metonym of Goldywood. The Gold Coast is also host of the AACTA Awards and the Gold Coast Film Festival. Gold Coast City stretches from the Albert River, Logan River, and southern Moreton Bay to the border with New South Wales approximately 56 kilometres south, and extends from the coast west to the foothills of the Great Dividing Range and World Heritage-listed Lamington National Park. In 50 years, Gold Coast City has grown from a small beachside holiday destination to Australia's sixth largest city. Situated within southeast Queensland's growth corridor, the Gold Coast is one of Australia's fastest-growing large cities, with a 5-year annual average population growth rate to 2015 of 1.8%, compared to 1.5% nationally. Gross regional product has risen from 9.7 billion Australian dollars in 2001 to 15.6 billion Australian dollars in 2008, a rise of 61%. The Gold Coast is the most popular tourist destination in Queensland. It is Australia's fifth most visited destination by international tourists. Around 10 million tourists visit the Gold Coast area every year, consisting of 849,114 international visitors, 3,468,000 domestic overnight visitors and 5,366,000 day-trip visitors. Tourism is the region's biggest industry, directly contributing more than $4.4 billion into the city economy every year and directly accounting for 1 in 4 jobs in the city. There are approximately 65,000 beds, 60 kilometers of beach, 600 kilometers of canal, 100,000 hectares of nature reserve, 500 restaurants, 40 golf courses and 5 major theme parks in the city.